Hey, my name is Jason Jones, and I'm here to discuss my research assignment, which was on the impact of the 1973 oil crisis on the automotive sector and consumer behavior. The way I've broken down this outline is really just according to how the questions were posed in the assignment instructions. So, what was the research question being addressed? The big question, again, kind of given away by the title, was how the 73 oil crisis impacted the automotive sector and consumer behavior. We're talking about a time when gas prices skyrocketed and people had to rethink their choices when it came not only to cars, but really just their personal finances, their daily lives. At some point, the oil crisis kind of permeated, the effects of it permeated into the daily lives of people and not only changed their buying habits, but long term changed their perspective on car or on fuel consumption, on oil consumption. The significance of the research question, why does it matter? Well, understanding how a major event like the oil crisis influenced the automotive industry and consumer preferences gives us a peek into how industries adapt to unexpected challenges. Back in the late 70s, 1980 timeframe, there was a guy named James Burke, excuse me, had a show called, I think it was Connections. And he would talk about how something that happened in 1500, some little nascent event in 1500 might have led to, through all these linkages and connections, to the invention of rocketry in the early part of the 20th century. And so it's interesting to see how an event that occurred 50 years ago, the effects of it can still be seen or felt today. The explanation of the key primary sources and research methodology, I dug into some good primary sources for this research, talking about speeches by President Nixon, some academic articles on the energy crisis and historical data that painted a vivid picture of those times, not just the incident itself in 1973, but the previous, really about decade leading into that, as well as the fallout from that it's continued, that the effects of which have continued through today. But I had some speeches in there from presidents, some government reports that I looked at. It was good. It was better information than I initially thought I would be able to find. I thought I'd be able to find a lot of statistics, so that wasn't surprising that I came across a lot of statistics. But the actual verbiage on the crisis itself and what I really needed for this assignment, I was surprised at how I was able to come across some really useful stuff. Summation of the findings. What did I uncover? Turns out the oil crisis wasn't just a blip on the radar. It sparked a revolution in the automotive industry, pushing car makers to focus on fuel efficiency and paving the way for cleaner, greener technologies. It was a game changer long term, and it affects how we drive today, the types of vehicles that we drive today. So as I wrap this up, I've never done a defense of research before. I want you to remember one thing. History isn't just about the past. It's about understanding how we got to where we are today. And the 73 oil crisis wasn't just a little blip or a little blunder in history, in the books. It's a turning point that shaped the cars that we drive and the policies that we make and the way that we think about energy and the environment. So next time you get in your car, I want you to, if it's an electric vehicle, call up after you thank Elon. Remember that the oil crisis of 73 probably had something to do to pave the way towards those types of vehicles. But that's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good week.